Welcome back to the channel. Let's spill some tea and sip a little drama. You already know what time it is. Okay, so Scotty with the body has officially entered her mommy era, and not quietly either. Because in the premiere episode of Scotty with the Baby, Scotland Ryan and Zeus Network CEO Lemuel Plummer just confirmed they're expecting a whole baby together, and yes, it's a girl. Now let's get into how this all played out, because the internet is definitely talking. So according to the episode, Scotty reveals that she actually told Lemuel she was pregnant while they were on a plane. And baby, they made sure to capture the moment for the show. Lemuel's reaction? Emotional, like, visibly moved, talking about how excited he is to start this new chapter and become a father. Now on the surface, it's giving sweet, it's giving new beginnings. But you already know social media was not about to just sit quietly and clap.
Y'all know I'm never afraid to say it. Let's talk about Scotty with the Baby. Episode 1. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about the show, okay? Part of me did not want to like it. Part of me thought it was going to be boring. Not going to lie. It wasn't boring. It actually was eye-opening to their relationship in episode 1. First, let me give props to Lenny. This was a well-produced show. If only Baddies was produced the same way, it would be even better. This show actually had content in it. Baddies don't really have any content in it, as we can see with Baddie USA. But let's get into this show. It's like, I want to feel bad for Scotty because of the situation she in, but part of me feels like I can't feel bad for her because Lemmy's saying, like, before I even got with you, I told you, basically, I'm not fit to be with one person. I want a main girl, and then I'm going to have a couple other girls, and I want to mess with them whenever I want to mess with them. Are you cool with that? Because I don't want to talk to you and, do this if you're not cool with that. She said yes. So it's like, she agreed to this, but now she not. And I can understand why she's not, because she's pregnant. She's having a baby. Things are changing. She wants to be monogamous. Lemmy said nothing changed for me. Basically, I told you what I was going to do. I told you that basically we're in an open relationship. Do you want to be with me or not? And it's just like, I mean, he ain't lie. He was very straightforward. But it's like, I do feel bad for Scotty because I feel like bringing a baby into the world all day, I just feel like y'all should just been together. Or y'all should never just have the baby. That's it. Then they try to bring up the Janisha thing just slightly, a little bit. And let me basically say it's his fault with his relationship, which it is his fault, but it's Scotty's fault too. Scotty knew that he was with her. So we can't just say, oh, Scotty didn't know or Scotty is innocent. Scotty's not innocent in this situation. She's not at all. And Lemmy is not either. The same hate that people are giving to Scotty, we do need to give to Lemmy, because Lemmy is the one that owed Janisha loyalty. Not really Scotty, but girl code Scotty. Let's be for real. Next, Scotty. The Twitter streets, I agree with them. You let Natalie treat you that way because your friend, I think Aaliyah, treats you the same way, if not worse. I feel like Natalie is a saint compared to your friends. Your friends are mean, and you can't control them. I just don't understand. Your friend put her hand in your face, your brother's face, hit Bobby and another one of your friends. What's going on? And let's go ahead and address this. What's going on with your brother? Your brother talks to all three of your homegirls. Your main homegirls, 1, 2, 3. I mean, Scotty, let's be for real. That was bound for trouble. Lemmy, you were being messy for bringing the brother on a trip, knowing that the ex-girlfriend was going to be there. Well, the ex-girlfriends were going to be there. Just too much. Overall, this is honestly a good show. This made me come back and do a review. I haven't did a review in months, but great show. Scotty, I'm going to give you a secret, because you need it. When he be giving you that wallet, I hope you're taking out a couple $1,000 or buying a bag, returning it, putting it into your own account or something. Because I just don't see it for you guys. He needs to change. He needs to change. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Because they always say a house built on another woman's tears is not going to last. And it's just like, you did build it on another lady's tears. So it's just like, oh. Anyways, let me know what y'all think down below. I'm going to rate this. Y'all, I got to rate this episode a 9.9. I would give it a 10. Honestly, let's give it a 10. Good show. Lemmy, please produce the rest of your shows like this. This is good. We need a cast of ladies like baddies, but that don't fight. They give us what y'all giving us right now. Housewives vibes. Anyways, stay tuned for next week.
Because fans are side-eyeing this whole situation, especially given Lemuel's position as the CEO of Zeus Network, the same network Scotty has been heavily featured on. And you know people are asking the question nobody wants to say out loud? Was this always personal, or did business turn into something else?
I just finished the first episode of Scotty with the Baby, and mark my words when I tell you, they're gonna regret this show down the line, especially Scotty. I'm sorry, but like the 25 minute conversation that Lemmy was trying to have with Scotty, where he's basically telling her like, yes, I take care of you, you're about to be the mother of my child, you're my priority relationship. That's exactly what he said. Not his only relationship, you're my priority relationship. But I still want to do my own thing, basically saying he still wants to be out here fucking with other bitches and he just doesn't want to hear her complain about it. He literally said, you know, we need to just customize our relationship. She's like, yeah, I'm going to work on making myself more customizable. Baby, do you need the money that bad? Do you need some money? For real, because what the fuck? That whole conversation was so uncomfortable. And honestly, I feel like the reason they put that in the very first episode is because that's like a little dog whistle to all the hoes that let me be fucking with. Because since he's publicly with Scotty, he probably lost a lot of his hoes. But he's like, let me just sneak this in the first episode so y'all can really know the dynamic of our relationship. Because everybody was like, oh, they're in this committed relationship and talking about marriage and all this shit. Baby, Lemmy wants to be outside. He literally told her, I want to get this conversation out the way so when we go to Thailand, I don't have to worry about you going through my phone. I don't have to worry about you doing none of this. Basically saying he wants to get the conversation out the way so when he's fucking off in Thailand, he doesn't have to hear her mouth about it. Honestly, watching their dynamic is really sad. Like, I could barely get through the full episode. But my main takeaway is what I have said and what I will continue to say has always been true. Lemmy was Scotty's trick and she got pregnant by him. And he basically just told us that on this episode. And Scotty, now since she feels like she has a baby, she wants like a real relationship from this man. And he even said, he's like, so you want to change what we originally agreed on? Basically saying like, before you didn't want monogamy. Now since there's a baby involved, you want monogamy? That was not the plan, babe. And honestly, it's kind of sad to see, and I feel like this series is going to be very messy, and I feel like them raising their child together is going to be very messy because it's just clear, like, they are in two different areas of life right now. They want two completely different things. Scotty wants that family. She wants monogamy. Lemmy wants to be like Natalina. He wants to be out here touring, shaking his ass, baddie shot clocking it up, and it just seems like Scotty is ready to step into another chapter of her life. And I hope that she does get her happy ending. I can just clearly see it won't be with Lemmy. And if you think it will be with Lemmy, baby, your discernment is fucking terrible. Overall, though, I will be tuning into this show. And I might give my little reviews on it because, you know, I just can tell it's going to be a shit show. And I wish them the best in life and shit like that. But, like, baby, whoever idea it was to come out with Scotty with the Baby and to put their relationship dynamic on display for the world to see, they're going to regret this. Trust.
Scotty, Lemmy told you that you are his priority relationship. What the fuck? But anyways, let's get into this week's Scotty with the Baby review. I don't like that. Somebody give me something to say, because I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I actually like this episode. Like, it kind of gives Love and Hip Hop, but if Love and Hip Hop only focused on Rashida and Kirk. Oh, that is pitiful. Oh, Lord. So we start the episode off with the gender reveal, right? And I think that most of us have seen pictures and videos from the gender reveal. Scotty and Lemmy are having a baby. The whole Baddies cast is there. Both of their families are there. One thing that I did notice is, like, if you have a BBL, you don't have to be, like, unclothed. Like, there was a couple of women who walked in there that just barely had clothes on. You're coming to a gender reveal. You're not going to the club. Like, and I was extraordinarily weak because when the family went around and said, you know, nice things, Lemmy's mother said a prayer. She gonna say, Lord, we devote this time, this moment, even this network to you, regardless of what it stands for. We give it to you, God. Ooh, wee. After the gender reveal, we fast forward to 22 weeks and Scotty and Lemmy are at home. This particular scene was the most painful to watch. I don't know if Lemmy is putting it on for the cameras, but he is like overly goofy, like extraordinarily sarcastic, annoyingly goofy. And I dated a guy like that before, and it really irritated the fuck out of me. Like, you can't take anything seriously. Like, why is everything a joke? And then he kept making weird comments about Scotty's race. Like, he kept saying that she was white and making weird, rude comments to her about being white. She put conditioner in his hair because he asked her to do his hair. And, like, he had wet it, so she put some conditioner in it to comb it out. And he was like, that's white people stuff. You're white, you know that, right? And then she said, oh, like, do you want to take a shower together? He was like, you want to shower? White people don't even shower. What? Now, we all know about that stereotype, but why are you saying that to your girl? Like, what was the reason behind that? And then he sat there for like 5 minutes asking ChatGPT who showers more, white people or black people. And he kept referring to his hair as naps. Like, oh my God, I need to get rid of these naps and I need to comb my naps. And Scotty was like, you don't have naps, you have curls, you have beautiful hair. At one point, Scotty had farted too, like mad loud. But y'all know how that go when you pregnant. Like, you'll be gassy. Then they get into the car, their Cybertruck, Tesla. Okay. And then they get to the appointment for the ultrasound, and he's still joking around because they see the ribs of the baby on the ultrasound. He gonna talk about some baby back where you? Are we kidding? Now, after the appointment, we see the scene that everybody has been talking about from the trailer, where he's sitting down with Scotty and he tells her that he feels like relationships are customizable. Now, when he was speaking at first, I kind of understood where he was coming from. He just phrased it really weirdly. He was just like, you know, we are together and we need to discuss the things that we like and dislike so that, you know, our relationship can be comfortable for both of us. He brought this up because apparently he saw Scotty like snooping around his stuff, going through his phone, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't want her to do that. Like, he was like, he wants to have a conversation about how to make their relationship more healthy and make sure that they trust each other, right? But then Scotty was like, well, in order for that to happen, I need to feel more safe and secure in this relationship. Now, Lemmy is that type of like manipulative, narcissistic nigga. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because he will frame it as if Scotty is completely in the wrong, right? Because even him sitting down and having this conversation in front of the camera and making it so that he's the one that's bringing it to her and framing it as, oh, we should have a more healthy relationship. When what's actually happening is you're making it so that she's uncomfortable in this relationship. She doesn't feel like you're being faithful to her. So she's feeling like she has to snoop around and catch you cheating because she's done it before. So Scotty says, like, you know, have been speaking to multiple women, blah, blah, blah. He was like, why are you accusing me of speaking to multiple women? I have never publicly said that I speak to multiple women. He didn't even deny it in that sentence. This is like genuinely embarrassing. And that's one of the things that Scotty was saying. She was like, when it comes to my daughter, like, I don't want to have to be like embarrassed. I don't want to have to deal with this, you know? And it was very obvious to me that Lemmy is speaking to other women from this conversation, because he kept saying that they have agreed to things, that they did agree to things before this stage of their relationship, and now she's trying to change the things that they agreed upon, and he's not comfortable with that, right? And he kept saying that they don't have to explain every single thing that they've ever discussed, like the public doesn't need to know, but he's not a traditional man. So you're Nick Cannon? Like, is this the first baby of many? Because what is this? This is literally insane. And I feel like, of course, some people are going to be like, well, Scotty signed up for this. Like, she knew that Lemmy was, you know, a cheater because you lose him how you get him kind of thing. But at the same time, I just feel like I'm not going to say that he can't be blamed for his bad behavior because Scotty is also someone who did something bad. Like, I'm not going to say that. Lemmy then mentioned his 7-year relationship with Janisha and was alluding to the fact that since he was tied down for so long, now he wants to find himself, and, you know, the things that Scotty is asking for right now or expecting of him right now are not the things that he wants to do right now, because that's not where he is in life. And he says, oh, well, if God wills it, they will be in a more traditional relationship. Lemmy, what the hell? Scotty, what the hell? Because I'm sure that even if he was lying to Scotty and making it seem like they would genuinely be like married or whatever, him speaking this way or having this attitude, this is not new. He's not putting that on for the camera. That right there was absolutely him. So you signed up for this? Girl, what is wrong with you? He called Scotty his priority relationship and his anchor partner. After that, they start talking about their trip to Thailand, their baby moon, which is weird to me because who brings extra people on a baby moon? Anyway, they're talking about their baby moon to Thailand, and Scotty is bringing her friends. Lemmy has invited Scotty's brother because apparently they have a close relationship now. Okay, this seems like fake stuff for the TV show, but whatever. And Scotty is nervous because her friend Aaliyah actually used to date her brother, and they had a bad breakup. And there was an incident at the gender reveal because he brought a new girl and Aaliyah was not having it, right? Fast forward, everybody is on their way to Thailand, and we see Scotty get into an argument with one of her other friends, Serafina, because Serafina said something rude to Scotty's brother, Robert. And I'm sure she did that because y'all know how it is when your girl's like, oh, if you are the guy that my friend was dating and you did something bad, I'm going to talk mess to you and about you. But what makes this a little bit messy is that the boy that the friend was talking to is Scotty's brother. So y'all got to tone it down. Like, Scotty is not going to go for that. From this moment, I was like, oh, these friends are going to be an issue. And they were. We later see Scotty outside with her friends, Serafina, Aaliyah, Bobby. Y'all know Bobby Lights. And another girl named Dreamer. Okay. And apparently Serafina had told Scotty that she also kind of talked to Robert because Robert DM'd her in 2016. Okay. And Aaliyah kept saying, oh, so 10 years ago. And Bobby is in disbelief because he's like, okay, so both of y'all have had dealings with Scotty's brother. And then the third friend says, oh, no, me too. What's going on? But Aaliyah is real defensive about this man because Bobby had made a comment like, you need to get it together, like you're obsessed with him. She gonna put her hands in Bobby's face. I said, oh boy. But then later on that night, it's New Year's. Everyone goes to the club to celebrate. Scotty feels like Lemmy is not being affectionate enough, but Lemmy says he's been stressed out all day because everything was going wrong, probably with production of the show. And that wasn't the only couple who was arguing because, of course, Aaliyah and Robert start arguing. But then Aaliyah starts arguing with everybody. And losing it and hitting people and screaming. Scotty, new friends, immediately. New man, please. What the hell? But I was entertained. I will be back next week.
Now the show itself is being framed as a baddie to mommy transformation, following Scotty through her pregnancy journey while dealing with fame, drama, and public opinion. And they didn't just stop at the pregnancy reveal, they also showed the baby shower, calling it a monumental day, where it was revealed they're having a baby girl. But let's be real, the biggest storyline right now is not the baby, it's the relationship. Because some fans feel like this whole situation is messy, while others are actually happy for her and saying she's finally stepping into a new chapter. So now the internet is split right down the middle. You've got one side saying, congrats, motherhood looks good on her. And the other side like, wait a minute, the CEO though?
Lemmy is clearly manipulating Scotty throughout this relationship. And I really hate that she got pregnant because I feel like it just made it 10 times worse. He told her, you are my priority relationship. What do you mean priority? It better be only. Like, what are we even talking about here? It's like he's trying to make her feel bad for having a change of heart for whatever agreement that they had to begin with. But we have a baby now, you know? So, of course, I'm not going to be okay with what you were doing prior to us having a baby because now we have a baby. And it's like he's trying to make her feel bad for having a change of heart and wanting him to be faithful pretty much. And, like, can you please just answer, are you cheating or are you not? Like, can we not? With the whole customizable relationship, like, just say you want to have other people. Literally. Because she said, like, you have other relationships with other people. And he clearly did not say yes, he did or no, he did not. It's like he was just trying to go around, like, beat around the bush the whole entire time. And I feel bad for her. Like, baby, please. And then y'all planned the baby? Like, no. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking, but this is about to be one hell of a series. Because, like, this first episode already is just too much. Like, too much. Why is she even with him at this point? Like, what is it? Is it for the money? Or is it you want him? Like, you really genuinely love this man for him? If that's the case, then that means that you are okay with him cheating. I'm confused.
All you think about is me and other females. That's all you think about.
It's because I love you, babe. I just don't like that stuff. I'm not just thinking about myself.
Me neither.
So
I'm just not a traditionalist.
things change.
Either way, Scotty is clearly leaning all the way into this new era, cameras rolling and all. And whether people support it or question it, they're definitely watching. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tea, because you already know, if it's messy, I'm gonna find it.